One another my special and my great quotes is from Maya Angelou. When someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. So I hope that I have shown you that I am confident, creative, enjoy presenting this presentation, and being a part of the L.E.A.P Academy. Thank you.
Hello, my name is L.E.A.P, and I am your ideal candidate. I graduated from Louisiana Tech University in 2014 with a bachelor's degree in
that we know all the troubleshooting techniques that these employees know.
High-on customer service. Again, my name is Lopez, I'm an information business. We're going to go ahead and play out my final today.
Skills, including intricate knowledge of the public waterworks system, state regulations, customer empathy, and effective team leadership capabilities.
My employees and a citizen of the community. I am the ideal person for problem solving because of my leadership, my organizing, my prioritizing, and my dedication, and the knowledge and experience that I've.
Intelligence. If we're not 23, we were doing.
We need to let the media know. You know, we need to let the public, through the media, we need to let people know not to put illegal stuff in the sewers. You know, we need more assistance from the health department to check those grease traps in the restaurants, which is the main cause of that are causing the sanitary sewer overflows. Apartment people that live in apartments, they don't care. They just go on and pour grease in there, and since they don't have to mess with it.
Getting high quality supplies from reliable vendors, using my negotiation abilities to acquire the greatest price, I can make sure that your company gets what it needs when it needs it. I coordinate the entire procurement process with precision from start to finish, thanks to my strong eye for details. Whether it's coordinating a complex project, conducting end-to-end inspections, or implementing innovative solutions to optimize the supply chain.
Get back after the presentation. So this is one of my favorite verses in the Bible, which is Philippians 4:6-7, which says, "Don't be anxious over anything, especially," and I like it because especially when we go across problems, challenges, difficulties, this verse helps you face it in a more positive attitude. So this is why one of my favorite verses in the Bible. So we're in the city, we have challenges. And one of the challenges is that we have a 50K vendor cap, which means that once the city's
supervisor, I've had the privilege to interact and service a wide range of customers, from the general public to all levels of executives and professionals named involved in this industry. It puts me as an ideal candidate for your company. I can provide you and
pushed out for better solutions.
Standing for that. That's why you leave. They're walking out without any backup.
Yeah.
So those topics, the cause, how you can fix it, that's very important and very knowledgeable. I was impressed by that. The slide, that was some good stuff, man. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
a great customer experience each time. Let's connect on LinkedIn. Let's talk more. Thank you.
You guys about flexible work schedule. Through the course of the day, you've seen 3 other CS departments.
I don't know if you remember that.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I was really, no, your presentation was excellent. It was very good. It gave, you shared a lot of benefits to your problem, to the problem that the city has. You're professional, you're confident. the subject was clear, so I understood it. Very close. Very good. Very good.
I'm an ideal candidate because I'm both a great leader and a team player. I love to encounter challenging issues that forces me to think outside the box.
See it in the area. A lot of them had holes in the truck bed from the home reading that we used. So it's definitely a safety issue. Getting new vehicles. Who still uses keynote books? Oh, y'all old there. So most of the people that's coming in, they do not use, they don't even know what a keynote book is. So a lot of vehicles have GPS in them now. You feel better driving a newer vehicle. You don't want to vehicle, you don't want to.
Once again, that slide, man, that was from the introduction to the floor of it, to the short bullets, where it presented all the information of the point you're trying to get across. And don't lead by fear. That needs to be every department, every job. I see it every time I get a mic in my hand, because a lot of times I come from the baby boom era when I first started working, and that's led by fear. And now it's changing to where you're not getting production, you're not getting a good morale. So if you lead by fear, it's not making you.
For detail, and committed to excellence. I thrive in environments where I can leverage my leadership skills to
out and just maybe in the city of Houston, just inside. One of them is, we talked about it earlier, outdated equipment. When I came in, and a little backstory, I come from the private sector, oil and gas, for 20 years. So when they say we're going digital, we go digital. It's emails. I came to the city, manager was like, we're going digital. So what I did, I decided to do about 8 files and zip them up. Thought it was normal. No one knew how to open a zip file. I said, well, this is digital, so what I do? So we started printing paper. So I wonder why when I walked, everyone's.
Let me tell you why I'm your ideal candidate. I'm a goal-oriented, passionate, and
you might have this question, what's an LCR? So an LCR is a letter. That's pretty much our final product that we give to the customer. This letter is going to include your proposed development, if you're building a house, if you're doing any commercial development. It's also going to give you your points of connection for water and wastewater, and of course the fees, how much the city is going to charge you for it. This is pretty much how the
target community, short distance line community, conducting on-site field inspections utilizing hydrojet and combination units with full diagnostic of faults within the sewer collection line. But most importantly, I am entrusted to supervise and direct over 60+ wastewater professional staff. I will adapt to change.
And we could discuss on the faults, and we could discuss on the turnaround rates that we have on a daily basis overall. However, let's ask ourselves, where do you stand? Where do we stand? Are we a victim of ourselves, blaming others, making excuses, and hope for the best? And I wish we had more personnel. If we had more personnel, would this be the case? Let's take ownership of things. Let's start there. Let's take accountability and acknowledge the facts that things got to get done. Yes, we always have a vocal.
Let me know how many times I'd say how big of the change has that been? Yeah. I just want to say I remember that when he said that we were all throwing our hands up over and over and over.
Thank you.
Missing half of your presentation, but from the bit that I came in and got, I can tell you were very confident with the way you're talking. It's very clear, and I can tell you forward.
From the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley in 2018. I'm a driven individual with extensive experience.
workflow the application.
Research, financial reporting.
About 40 years. So whenever I have my team's call and she walks by, it's like, oh, is that Deborah? Can we talk to Deborah? I'm like, no, we're in a meeting. So glass doors also, I'm helping that a lot. The numbers, the fun part, right? So the glass doors, less
environment, I bring my research problem system. For the city of Houston, we sell easements, alleys, streets, and so on and so forth. And we use a lot, we have to create a lot of documents in Word. So sometimes that creates errors because it may be a day's time. Go to the next slide. So here is a video that may
development, leadership, creativity.
They're gonna stay a certain amount of time and they're gonna leave. Speaking with employees, in tailgate meetings, one of the issues that comes up all the time is pay.
And the popular cause. So I vetted sentences that everybody either at some time at one point felt which wants to seek additional training. And I think we maybe all have put ourselves in a place where we have fear of change. The change is a good thing. Fear of failure, of taking the risk needed to prepare. Thank you.
I think you did a great job. All right, you were of course very clear, very passionate about your subject, and it shows. The only thing, like I.
Employees. One of the city's biggest issues is retaining employees, mainly because of salary and benefits. When I came to the city, there was a different structure in place. Productivity probably was less. In my opinion, productivity probably was less. But still, payment, the public doesn't understand. All they know is what they see. So if we continue to thrive by retaining them.
When you're responding to those you're responsible. Just like what Paul told you, that you're in control of that slide, you're in control of this entire presentation. On to the next, nobody knew it. Everybody was happy with it. There was, the flow went smooth. We were the only ones that knew that we didn't cover that part that's on there. So always remember that. You're driving. You're in control of it. Kevin had said something too, your passion, man, it shows, right? And I'm glad to have you on the team with us that have that kind of passion and looking for this type of stuff. So, that's what you need to have to make a difference. You gotta have the passion for it, the drive, when nobody's looking.
When I started this class last year was that really just creating better leaders. Really, how do you really impact the organization? By creating better leaders, because they facilitate all that leadership to their teams. And those teams promote and go on, and they just spread out throughout the city and become a lot better place. And I'm glad you brought up my pal Simon Sinek.
Leadership styles. And in the beginning, it was said to all of us to determine our leadership style. But at the end of the class, I realized that the point of the class was to show that you don't have to have one leadership style.
There you go, that's right.
You need to take all of them and use them together. It was slick though. It was slick how she did it. It was real slick.
Yeah, tell me.
Because when you talk about your style, you want to put it down and show why you got the right style. But then when you
GSI, which handled most of the SKTs, guardrails, and everything. But we went 2 years with one iron worker. We couldn't get iron workers, so
My co-workers, getting to know y'all, especially Jessica. For L.E.A.P, thank you.
So one of the things that we like to do is we
group. Long story short, we maintain the equipment that sanitizes your groundwater for drinking purposes. So, my problem, if you can imagine this, how many of you work in an office building where you can use the restroom whenever you need to? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Can you use the restroom whenever you need to? Well, for me, and 37 other field employees in my division, that's not the case. Imagine where the only restroom you have is a mile down the road at the best gas station. Yeah, welcome to a day. So currently we have 55 groundwater treatment facilities where we have the capability to put in a single toilet. 16 of them, that's all that have a toilet. So let's make it make sense. Literally. I have done the math for you, so you don't have to worry about that. But the average cost for building a single stall toilet is $15,000. I've done the math, comes out to about $5,885,000. That's how much it would cost to install just enough toilets to cover the basis. I know that sounds expensive. I know it sounds expensive. But on average, in our department, we make about $20 an hour. If you're out in the field and you've got to use the restroom, 9 times out of 10, you're working out of your truck. You got tools everywhere. You have to clean up. So now not only do I need to use the restroom, I've got to clean up my workstation. I've got to make sure I lock the gate behind me. I'm not going to head to just the nearest gas station. I don't know about y'all. I'm going to look for the cleanest, newest, up-to-date one. However long that might take. I've estimated it takes about an hour. Imagine that, an hour for a restroom break. That's just for one. The average person uses it about 7 times in a workday.
When it comes to restroom, a lot of people that came up there bad, talking bad, your energy, you was positive, flexible and adaptable. Every onboarding needs that. Because a lot of times people can have the experience, whatever they need for the job.
And I reached out to Jessica. And Jessica, I was telling my story. And Jessica told me about branding clips. She said, we're gonna do this 60-second video about your life or whatever like that and your story. So when Jessica was give me an opportunity to do the video, I didn't know Jessica was as persistent as she is. She don't wait. And I'm kind of that way, but I wasn't expecting, okay, L.E.A.P, whenever you get home, you ready now? I'm like, well, Jessica, it's Friday. It was like a Friday we did our video. I gotta pick my son up in a little while. I don't have time, but I'm still in the process of looking for a job. So when Jessica and I did the branding clip, we did the video, it went well. But then I still was unemployed. So it would be times where I'll be filling out applications, and on the City of Houston application, the portal, it shows the progression of the jobs. I didn't understand that considered mean nothing. I didn't understand that referred means nothing. I didn't understand that getting an interview means nothing. So when I get frustrated, I call Jessica, no matter what time it was, no matter when it was, she would always get back to me within her time, within her free time. So time passed, I get an interview, I get excited.